And we're recording. Got 1, 2, 3, and 4 and 5 people here. Alright. Alright, thank you for joining me. Now, how many of you have ever thought of a place where everything comes together and meshes just so? Well, I've actually been to a place like this, and the name of this place is Black Rock City. It's host to an event called Burning Man, which is 1 week long, and it's host to over 50,000 people. And at the end of this week-long event, there's no sign that it was ever there afterwards. My name is Aaron West, and I would like you to experience self-expression to the fullest extent with a place that your imagination is the only limit. Now, at Burning Man, there's no vendors. Like a regular festival you would go to, you would see cotton candy vendors, fried Twinkies, hot dogs. Well, at Burning Man, once you pay your ticket fee, you go ahead and go in, everything is free. It's based on a gifting society. And this gifting society at Burning Man is really set in place to help purify the social relations between people, and so that you're not expecting something in return when you give something. So no money is involved at all, no vendors. And along with this no vendor rule, there's also a no spectator rule. Everybody who comes to Burning Man is required to participate. Everybody is a participator, they're not a spectator. So when you come, there aren't those people, there's us. And everybody is welcome. I mean, at our camp, we had people that were 60 years old, and they were having a blast. They had a good time while they were there. And some of the reasons why people go are some of the events and attractions that are there. Now, if you happen to be an exhibitionist, you can go to events like we had last year, such as the Naked Zorbing or the Titty Totter. And the Naked Zorbing, if you guys aren't familiar with Zorbing, is essentially a large hamster ball, and to get into it, you've got to be naked, and you truck around for a while in a big hamster ball. And the Titty Totter is essentially this teeter-totter that's about 30 feet in the air, and there's a large sign in front of it that says you must be this topless to ride. And so, hence the name, Titty Totter. Now, if you're more adventurous, then you may be into the circus training, where you'll learn to juggle, you'll learn to crack a whip or ride a unicycle. And if you're more reserved, then you may be into the tea room or yoga, or really just walking around. You'll find something that'll catch your eye. There's mutant vehicles riding all over the place that look like ships, look like anything you can imagine. And there's one other thing for those really adventurous people. It's called the Thunderdome. Now, how many of you have seen Mad Max in the Thunderdome? Alright, so you know what I'm talking about when I talk about the Thunderdome. It's an 80s movie with Mel Gibson and Tina Turner, and it's essentially this dome, and two competitors go in, and they shoot them at each other. They slingshot them, and they just go at it. But at Burning Man, there's a replica of this, and they've got foam bats, and they wail on each other, and it's all in good fun. Everyone is welcome. Actually, diversity is welcome. They really encourage people to be themselves, to really express themselves here. And Burning Man is a celebration of creativity and also of achievement. It actually ends on Labor Day, so it's kind of a culmination of everything that you've worked for the whole year. And it's this time for you to express yourself, to build projects. Actually, Google sends people on team building exercises to Burning Man, and they get together and they build projects together, and it's a team building exercise. And you learn to incorporate work and fun to where you kind of blur the lines in between them at Burning Man, and it's really a good feeling. Now, there's also a symbolism to the final days of Burning Man are really, they culminate the symbolism of Burning Man. I've got a couple of pictures here I'm going to show you. Alright, so we've got the man here, which it burns on the Saturday of this week-long event, and once it's actually fallen, the people circle around it, and to become a true burner, at one point in time, you've got to have nothing between you and the fire, and you've got to circle the man completely. So it's a loud, big event. That happens on the Saturday, and then this over here is the temple, which is created, and each of these vary from year to year. They look different each year. This here is the temple, and come Sunday, that burns as well. Now, the week prior, you have a chance to go to the temple. It's a place of quietness and solace, and you can write down anything that's troubling you on the walls. So break out a Sharpie, write on the walls, and once it's burned, it's meant to take away your troubles. It's supposed to symbolize taking away your troubles.
The same with the Burning Man?
The Burning Man, it's more of a representative of you being ever-changing. That once the man burns, next year a new one will be created.
Oh.
So, I'm going to go ahead and shut this off. That's to kind of give you an idea of Burning Man. This is actually an outline of the city right here. So all of the burning goes on here for safety, right in the center of the city. And I would really like everybody to experience this. I think it's something that you can grow on, and if for some reason you can't go, I recommend that you at least look into it, that you learn about Burning Man and some of the great things that some of the participants have done worldwide. And I want to leave you with this. I think that when you come, the hugs that you give, that you get at the front gate when you enter, will let you know that you're not a stranger in Black Rock City, but actually part of a tight-knit family. Thank you.
Who you hug when you get in? The one you just say who will you hug?